Rice, keep him there. Keep him there, that's it. No pressure.
Come back there.
Behind you, buddy.
Go in the middle, come on.
Here, boys, now, nothing.
Go, Ricey.
Got it! He's got it! Yeah, you're on.
Go on, Garrett. Hold him there. Hold there.
Push up, bro. You don't need you back there. You keep up.
Side! Let him go! Let him go!
Go with him. Go with him.
Happens to go and lose all that.
Welcome, folks, to Gaelic Park here on beautiful, typically Irish summer's day. Sorry for the late arrival, but I actually thought this game was at 4 o'clock. But anyways, I'm joined here after 11 minutes of this final round-robin game between the Parnells in red and the Pearses in green. And the Pearses 3 points to 1 up after about 11 and a half minutes. Delighted to be joined here by one of the all-time Tyrone greats, Garrett Devlin. Garrett, you're very welcome back out to Gaelic Park.
Thank you, John.
Thanks for joining me on All-Ireland final Sunday in July. So welcome back. I know you only got into town there yesterday, so we had a bit of a night last night. But anyways,
we had a welcome party.
We had a bit of a welcome party for you, yeah. So great to have you, and I know you played many a game for the Parnells, and I'm sure you'll be rooting for them there today. So
no, of course, we're sort of struggling to get a foothold in the game here at the minute, but still early days yet.
Early days, yeah, absolutely. Quick word on we'll talk more about All Ireland later on, but you know, you'd have to take your hats off to Armagh. Fair play to them. They came out and they played, good expansive football. Galway was a bit disappointed with them. The way that they approached the game, I thought there was more in them, but the better team won, I'd say, on the day.
100%. Armagh definitely deserved it. Showed a wee bit more drive. Galway were very disappointing, to be honest. It's a great score.
That's a nice,
Jack Fallon.
Lovely score from Jack, is right. But yeah, Galway were sluggish and very lethargic, I suppose. Especially in attack when they turned over the ball a few occasions. It took them a long time to get forward. So
yeah.
But anyway, as I said, we'll talk more about the All Ireland, and there was many Armagh lad that played out here in Gaelic Park in Chicago.
Yeah.
So we'll give them a mention later on.
100%.
So yeah, great to see them lift the Sam Maguire for sure. So here we go, and DJ early there for the Pearses. Gets it across here as they mount yet another attack, and certainly the Pearses coming off a defeat the last day to the Tones, but played really, really well, and that kick is in, left-footed and straight over the bar from Eamon Wallace, the man from Ratoath in County Meath. Beautiful left-footed kick, and good score there from the Pearses, Garrett.
Yeah, that Eamon Wallace, super player. We've been watching him. Obviously watching on from home, from Ratoath. Great player.
Yeah.
So great start.
Good start for him, absolutely, as the Parnells build from the back again, and the roving goalkeeper Tommy Scahill gets the attack underway, and Lee Rice, the man from Dublin, helps it on. Over there on the far side is might be Rory Gallagher on the ball, and back to Tom Flynn, the big man from Galway. I'm sure he's disappointed today. And finally comes out here to Oisin Tunney. Oisin back to Tom Flynn. Tom, a real guiding light in this Parnells team, gets it off to the speedster Killian Heaney, the man from Sligo Rovers, ex-Sligo Rovers, gets it back. Here's Killian now, right-footed, and that one goes across the face of the goals. That's a poor miss, Garrett.
Yeah, just snapped at it, pulled it to the left and wide, but good moving. Started to open them up a wee bit there, so
good pace.
Parnells can maybe get in behind them once more.
Yeah, so that's the name of the game. Bit of pace gets in behind a lot of these defences. Once you get past the first man, it creates a bit of panic in the defence and creates a bit of space. But Pearses get the short kick out away, and away they come. Johnny McCarthy on this side, down as far as Declan Monaghan this side of the field, but mishandled there by Kieran O'Mahony, and the Parnells break it up, and away comes Dara Heenahan over there on the far side, gets the ball to Tommy Conlon, back again to Heenahan. Oh, but that's a dodgy pass though, and it's going to break favourably for the Parnells. They were lucky to get away with that one.
Very lucky, John.
Very lucky. That was a wayward pass, but they continue on the attack in these very wet and slippery conditions. Tom Flynn gets it inside to Rory Gallagher. Gallagher onto his right foot, and this one is in, and it's a beautiful score, lovely score there, Garrett.
Yeah, super score from Rory. Been watching Rory now the past couple of years. He's growing into this game now, and he's growing into a great footballer.
One of the homegrown players, Garrett, and I've been crowing about this for a long time. It's great to see all these homegrown players making their mark, with senior teams.
Yeah, of course, that's what it's all about, John. I'm sure Chicago GAA love to see the likes of Rory and all the homegrown players doing well out there.
For sure,
no matter what team they're representing.
Absolutely, yeah, it's great to see. It's great to see for sure. On we go. The Pierces on the attack now. Jack Savage, the man from Kerry, gets it off to Eamon Wallace once again, and this time off the right foot. Beautiful score from the man from Meath, from Eamon Wallace, and he extends the Pierces' lead out to 5 points to 3. And again, just rubber stamps how dangerous he is.
A really good footballer, and seems to just ghost into a lot of space, John. So he's going to take a bit of watching here in the first half anyway.
For sure.
Maybe get in at half time and maybe have to talk about that.
Yeah, he certainly is popping up in that half forward line and full forward line and getting a couple of scores. So it's going to be something the Parnells will have to look at for sure. But here comes the Pierces once again, and it's Killian Falvey out there to the far side once again. Eamon Wallace involved, back to Falvey. Falvey now looks around for support, sees Johnny McCarthy this side of the field, and the cornerback strides forward across the 45, the opposition 45. The ball finds its way back as far as Jack Savage. Savage now, the man from Killarney, gives it off to Falvey once again. Falvey tries his luck from about 40 yards out, but pulls the shot out to the left and out wide, and it's going to be a restart now for the man from Mayo.
I just seen Lee Rice was urging the Parnells boys to push out. I feel that they're sitting very deep here.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that obviously that they'll maybe tighten up and push out on Pierces, because they're letting them inside that 45 to get a free shot.
Yeah, it's a dodgy game letting the Pierces in so close to goal, because they have shooters that can have the ability to put the ball over the bar from distance, as DJ Early wins that breaking ball out around the middle field and strides forward across the halfway line, comes to the opposition 45 and turns and looks back and sees Oisin Martin now takes a couple of solos, looks up, looks for support, nothing in front of him, so he decides to go out on his own, and that's a very, very good score. Exactly what you were saying, Garrett.
Yeah, super score, John. Seen the 1v1, he went, dropped the shoulder and onto the left foot and popped it over the bar. Great score.
Very good score, is right. And that's the danger with the Pierce's lads. They're all very capable of kicking scores from distance, so you've got to push out. And
again, the Parnells are just sitting that wee bit deeper. They need to push out and press Pierce's just outside the 45.
Yeah, for sure and certain. As Tommy Scahill, the man from Tennessee,
it's a great ball,
gives a lovely pass out this side of the field to Lee Rice. Lee Rice now decides to go back with it as far as Cormac Brady. On it goes to his corner forward, Conor Calvey. Calvey now gives it back to Brady. Brady strides across the middle of the field and inside the opposition forward line. Here goes Heenan. Heenan on the overlap, gets the ball onto the right foot and chips it in, but that's a poor miss again. Jeez.
Yeah, really poor miss, John. You need to be punishing them.
Yeah, absolutely. They were coming forward in a wave there, and surely was a great chance of a score, but unfortunately for the man from Ballinlaw, he just put it outside the right hand upright and wide, so kick out taken, but goalkeeper in two minds there, and he kicks it straight down Oisin Tunney's throat. Tunney now comes forward, looks up, sees support there, and this time it's gone. It's a very wild kick out to the right and wide, and I just feel that the Parnells are just rushing things.
Yeah,
Garrett.
There just seemed to be a panic in that wee bit. It's probably good to mention, John, maybe I mentioned that the conditions wouldn't be great here today after a heavy downpour about an hour ago, so the pitch is pretty slippy.
Yeah.
This top end of the field is pretty wet, just around where the goalkeeper is now, so but there's no excuse for two bad wides in a row. Two
bad wides, especially in close, yeah, for sure. But yeah, conditions are not ideal, that's for sure. We had a downpour of rain there about an hour ago here on the south side of Chicago, and It didn't rain in Lanigan's, Mary, no, for sure. I was lucky there. The clouds just passed us by on one side. I have to blame Tom O'Donnell, and I'm going to give a mention to John Ruan and to Brian Fearick as well. The main culprits for holding me in Lanigan's for too long. Here comes Calvi, the man from Westport, up along this side of the field. Decides to stop and turn and go back to Lee Rice. Rice across the field uses his full back, Oisin Tunney. Oisin has been involved heavily in the game.
Super player.
Super player, yeah. On to Tom Flynn, the big man from Athenry. Flynn now looks over there on the far side of the field and sees his number 12, Jack Fallon. Fallon now faced up by Johnny McCarthy. Fallon decides to go and take him on and beats him. Looks across the goal. Oh, chance of a goal there, but it might come to Heaney. Heaney gets it back again. Oh, and another great block down there by the Pearse's defence, as it looked as if it was a great opportunity for a goal there, but the Pearse's defence just closed shut. And again, when they run at the defence, Garrett, the Parnells are opening up the Pearses.
Yeah, no, the opportunities there, John, but again, you need to be ruthless in them situations. I mean, that's a goal chance and 2 points kicked away there, so,
Yeah.
1-2 kicked away in 3 chances. It's again,
Absolutely.
they need to tighten up on that.
When scores are at a premium in conditions like this, as
that was super tackling there. I don't know what Martin Delaney seen, but it was super tackling.
Yeah, it seemed to be a harsh enough free in terms of the defence. They seemed to come out and surround the Pearse's player, but Martin Delaney decided that there was a hand in there or whatever, and it's a free in now to Jack Savage and the Pearses, and a great chance for him to extend their lead out to 4 points, 6 points to 3 at the moment. And Jack now just inside the 45, probably about 38 or 9 yards out. Strikes it right footed, it curls, but it comes back. Oh, great save by Skell! Oh, what a save!
Excellent save from Tommy.
Oh, unbelievable reflex save, I'd say, Garrett.
I would say Parnells were a wee bit slow to react off with the rebound off the post.
For sure.
So I would say they got away with one there, to be honest.
Yeah, they dodged a bullet there for sure, as Lee Rice takes possession of that ball, gets it off there, a sliding catch by Rory Gallagher. And Rory looks as if he might have strained something there, but nonetheless he continues on as Dara Heenahan gets the ball across this side of the field to Tom Flynn. Flynn over to Oisin Tunney. Tunney now looks back again to Heenahan. Heenahan looks across and finds the man from Westport, Conor Calvey, inside the 45, decides to have a pot at it, and this one looks perfectly beautiful. A great score there from Calvey.
Very, very good from Conor. He wouldn't be well known for a point taken, but
No.
I know he got the goal in the final moments of the last game against McBride's to seal the win. So he's like a man playing with a bit of confidence.
Sure is, absolutely. So great score there by Conor Calvey as that ball, that attack breaks down by the Pearses, and it's picked up there by on the far side Killian Heaney, and a long ball in, but it's not going to find Dara Heenahan. In fact, it's Johnny McCarthy who does really well. Oh, and he's judged to have hold on.
I don't know what Martin Delaney's seen again.
Yeah, again,
looked to be a foul from.
Yeah, I thought
for Pearses, but I'd say Parnells would take that handy enough.
Yeah, it looked the same to me, Garrett. I thought it was a foul there, to be honest with you, on Johnny McCarthy when he was on the ground. But anyways, Martin Delaney seen something. He's closer to the play than we are, and it's going to be a free in now to the Parnells, and a great chance to bring this back to a 1 point game.
25 minutes gone now, John, so in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, and that's a beautiful kick straight in and straight over the bar by Jack Fallon, and all of a sudden it's only a 1 point game, and it just shows you the value of a really good goalkeeper. Tommy Skehill kept his side. They could have been 6 or 7 points down there with that goal if it went in, but he made a great save, and now all of a sudden it's back to a 1 point game.
Excellent save. Tommy, that'll lift Parnells more than it'll put Pearse's back a wee bit, but no, Parnells have actually grew into the game a wee bit here.
Yeah, they have.
So,
and I'm just watching Tom Flynn there in the middle of the field, and he's really orchestrating stuff and telling his players around him. Very experienced player, this ex-Galway man, and invaluable, I'd say, for Parnells there on the field. guiding the younger fellas as the Pierces now try and work on opportunity here. The ball is worked back as far as Killian Falvey. Falvey now right-footed, it goes in, and that's over the bar just inside the left-hand upright, and that's a good score for the Pierces.
Very good score, John. Again, Parnell's just maybe slacked a wee bit, but Pierces obviously, they're a dogged team. They'll never go away.
Absolutely.
So great score for Pierces.
Very good score. That's a great catch over there by Jack Fallon once again. And
should be a mark.
It should have been a mark, I think, but he spotted something and he's going to call the play back here as the Parnells wanted to take that free quickly, but Martin Delaney decided no, not from the right position, and it's going to come back to Jack Fallon. Fallon now will take it quickly as far as that's a loose pass again. Jeez, Lee Rice was the intended recipient, I'd imagine, but it was played too far in front of him, and the Pierces now have mounted a very promising attack here as they come through on goal, and it's Kieran O'Mahony over there. O'Mahony now, another great save again from O'Mahony. Gets the ball back though, gets it inside, and this time and it's stopped on the line. Scahill got a foot or a leg to it or whatever, as it was Dennis O'Callaghan that got that shot away. But the Pierces is coming again.
Need to stop this.
And that one goes out to the left, and it goes wide there, but from Jack Savage. But they were opened up there after losing possession cheaply in the middle of the field, Garrett.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say opened up, John. I would say very, very sloppy just from Parnells between losing the ball out here. They had a free kick in to give it away and be caught in the hop there. So they're very lucky to get away with that.
Very fortunate, absolutely. This kick out comes, and again the Pierces are very cute around the middle of the field there as Oisin Martin breaks the ball down really nicely to Johnny McCarthy, and then gets the ball away to Savage, and Savage takes the paint off the inside of the left hand upright, and it goes straight in and over the bar, and all of a sudden it's a 3-point game, Garrett.
Pierce is well on top now, John. Parnells can't get a hold of their own kick out now, which is worrying. We have just over 28 minutes gone, so I'd say Parnells be happy enough trying to see it out now to the half and try and sort it out then from there.
Yeah, and a bit of argy-bargy going on in the middle of the field. Oisin Tunney is not happy with Jack Savage. Jack seemed to be grabbing him around the neck and holding on to him, so Martin Delaney is going to go in there and have a word with the two of them. And he's going to take details.
He's tucked Savage aside for now.
He did seem to be holding on to Oisin Tunney's neck, and Oisin gives a round of applause to Martin Delaney for this.
That's a very rare occurrence.
Very rare occurrence is right, absolutely. As Tommy Scahill prepares to kick the ball out. It must have
been a yellow when Martin Delaney's handed out the yellow card for it.
Must have been is right. Yeah. God bless him. He's a miser when it comes to cards. Anyway, on go the Parnells.
Parnell's still very flat, John. Not really driving out.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, they're lacking a bit of pace there. Any time that they're coming out of defence, you'd imagine that they'd attack with a bit more purpose and a bit more pace.
Just look a wee bit lethargic here at the minute, but from what I've seen of Parnells, they've got loads of pace. From I've been watching them all season, got lots of pace, so they just need to try and use it.
Absolutely,
in the right way. Because a wet, slippy night, it's with a wet ball, a long ball game isn't going to work.
That's
right.
You're going to
have to run it.
You're going to have to run it as right, and conditions probably not suiting the Parnells. They're probably prefer a dry ball, but nonetheless, conditions are the same for both teams, and they'll have to make it work. So they're on the attack at the moment, back with Conor Calvey here right in the middle of the field, and decides
in no rush
to slow it down. No, he's taking his time here as he looks across and sees his goalkeeper Tommy Scahill,
and we're just over the 30 minutes, John, so
into injury time.
Up to Delaney now. See,
that ball touched, but
a score here would be brilliant for Parnells because they've went out of the game in the last 6 or 7 minutes.
Yeah, that's for sure. Although that breaks down, and DJ Early breaks it up, and Martin Delaney decides that's enough for this half, and the Pierces go in at half time. As I look down at John Bridges on the sideline, and he's laughing up at the two of us here. Myself and poor old Devlin in the commentator box, and well might he laugh. And the Pierces go in at half time, 3 points to the good, 8 points to 5. After, I suppose, you'd call it an average half of football, Garrett.
Yeah, definitely, John. Parnell's haven't really got going yet. Yet no, they're still there. So I would say I see Shrek and Brady and the boys standing here having a chat. So I'd say they're counting themselves fortunate to come in just 3 points down. Because
yeah, for sure.
Pierces were well on top there for the last 6 or 7 minutes of that first half.
Yeah, that goal opportunity that the Pierces had was in fact they had 2 goal opportunities, but they had one golden one, and if that had gone in, it would have been probably a 6 or 7 point deficit at half time. So they're probably delighted to go in just 3 points down for sure.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Tommy's been on top of his game there today. Even on his kickouts, he's been excellent. So there'll be much more to come from there. But I mean, again, I've been saying this from the start of the season. Parnell's just need to be a wee bit more ruthless up front.
Yeah,
because they're creating enough chances to win games. They just need to go and punish every chance they get.
Yeah, be a bit more ruthless, as you said, for sure. Just going back to the All-Ireland final today, Garrett, and I know you're a man that has played in Croke Park several occasions, and I mean, it's a special place, no doubt about it, and the atmosphere today was just incredible. I mean, the noise, I mean, it just seemed to be a really, really special occasion.
Yeah, it was brilliant. I mean, Armagh supporters, we were down at the semi-final, John, and the Armagh supporters, to me, in the semi-final, won them the game.
Yeah.
Because whenever they got the score, to get back into the game, the supporters drove them over the line. So to me, the supporters, the atmosphere today sounded unbelievable.
Oh,
so credit to both sets of fans.
Yeah.
Galway, I think, for me, missed the boat today. Armagh were there for the taking. Sort of sat back that wee bit deeper, and Galway just hadn't enough men. Rob Finnerty gone off. In the first half was a massive loss for them, because a lot of their attack went down the right hand side, which would have suited Finnerty to come around in the loop on his left, and they were just missing that bit of class from Finnerty, unfortunately.
I just couldn't get over how I don't know how well to describe it, maybe subdued that Shane Walsh was. Even though he scored a couple of points in the second half from frees, he decided to kick a free off his left, the very first free in that first half. Well, it was a strange decision to me.
It was a strange one, because it was at the right to hand post. It wasn't a real. It wasn't for a left footer, really.
Yeah,
a right footer could have hit it. So I don't understand why he hit it with his right foot or his left foot, but. Listen, Shane, he's an exceptional footballer.
Yeah.
And he can do it.
Yeah.
We know he can do it.
Absolutely.
And unfortunate for him and Galway, he's probably going to take a bit of criticism over the next few days.
Yeah, unfortunately,
excellent player, and at the end of the day, I would rather have Shane Walsh in my team rather than playing against him.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I was looking forward. I said all week that that Galway had the big names for the big day, and in Comer and Walsh and Sean Kelly. Unfortunately for Sean, he didn't make the starting team with injury. But I just felt that today Galway's big stars just didn't do enough. I know they were probably double tagged a lot of the time, but I felt as if they could have showed more at crucial times.
Yeah, well, I think Armagh obviously utilised them. They were from the first throw up, Galway won the throw up and Armagh just dropped straight back, so they were obviously trying to get numbers in round the likes of Comer, who on his day drops the shoulder and he's gone and he's in on goal. So I don't even think Galway had a goal chance in the whole game.
No, they didn't have any goal chance that you could say was a decent. No, they didn't even have a half chance.
No,
to be honest with you,
even Armagh's goal wasn't even really it was a ball flicked across. And Stephen Campbell flicked it across. I wouldn't say it was a goal chance,
No,
but they made the most out of it.
They made the most out of it, and it was strange that Leeson, when he came off his line, he seemed to run behind.
He ran out. Instead of going to meet the ball, he ran and anticipated where the ball was going to be. And, and fair play to who was it got the goal? Armagh fullback got the goal. Fair play to him. He went at it, and he committed to it and got the goal. Ultimately, when Armagh got in front, it was a long way back for Galway.
Absolutely, a goal in a game like that was always going to be huge, and I mean, Armagh getting it was massive. But against two defences the way that they're set up, I mean, that was always going to be a crucial score, and it turned out to be that way. But I mean, fair play to Armagh. I have to say they were fantastic. They went out a game plan, and I'm delighted for the manager and for McGeaney. He's been around a long time. He shipped a lot of criticism. He had years with Kildare and no success, and it's fantastic for him there. To see. His team lifting the Sam today.
Absolutely. I mean, Kieran. I mean, I'd say 90% of the supporters was looking at him gone a few years back, and they stuck by him. The county board stuck by him, and it's paid. It's definitely paid off, because at the end of the day, you can't argue with success.
Absolutely.
You can't slander any man for winning the Sam Maguire. So fair play to them, and it'd be good to mention Conor Mackin, Blaine Hughes,
I'm just
Craig McCabe.
Yeah.
You have a list there, John.
I have a list there. I was talking to John Bridges earlier on, and he got a text message from Joe McElroy, and a picture of himself and Kieran Mackin and with the Sam Maguire, and it's great to see so many lads that have gone through the books here in Chicago going back and having success at this level back at home. So
absolutely.
I'll just give you when the Brindans were going, Ethan Rafferty, Joe McElroy, Niall Gormley, Aidan Nugent and
Mark Shields.
And then of course with the Parnells, as you were saying, Garrett, Blaine Hughes, Greg McCabe, Conor Mackin, Rian O'Neill and Kieran Mackin. And fair play to them all. They're all part of that fantastic panel that Armagh have assembled, and it's been a pleasure to watch them out here, and it's a bigger pleasure to see them back there lifting Sam Maguire. So fair play to them.
A bit of a shout out to Kieran Mackin, who had done the Cruciate, was vice captain of that team. Would have been a huge part to play today, but so obviously Conor Mackin as well. We had the pleasure of joining them, the family, a couple of weeks ago, John.
That's right.
In Dublin.
Yeah, we were in the Crow Park Hotel, myself and Garrett, and we had the pleasure of meeting Conor's two sisters and dad. And
Mickey Mackin.
Mickey Mackin. A big shout out to Mickey tonight if you're going to watch this back at some point.
Mickey mightn't see this to Wednesday or Thursday, I would say, John.
I'd say not. But a big shout out to Mickey and two beautiful daughters, both of whom are involved at AFL. And one of them had done her cruciate as well, and she was telling me it was like a recovery ward, their house back in Armagh. And
the living room was like a recovery ward. Her and Kieran was in the living room at the one time.
That's right.
Trying to get recovered with boots and whatever else on the mice packs. Successful family.
Great family, and great family to sit down and chat with and talk to, like sports mad, crazy about football and sport in general, I suppose, but especially football, and
good of an old yarn,
and a great old yarn. I'll tell you one thing: it's when Conor Mackin was out here, he was a great man for the yarns, and I was often saying to myself, "Jeez, where did he get it out of?" I met Mickey, his father, and I'll tell you one thing: it wasn't off the grass you licked it, Conor, anyway, that's for sure. So what a great sports family, and the very, very best luck to them, and I hope they enjoy a great night tonight. Absolutely, they deserve it. No. Absolutely. So, getting back here, so just to let viewers know, Garrett, that the Parnells are pretty much through regardless, because they've a head-to-head against the
head-to-head against McBride's.
But at the same time, they'll certainly want to win this game.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, momentum's everything. We were talking yesterday about it. At the end of the day, if you win today, that winning momentum going into next week into the semi-finals.
Yeah.
And once a team's confidence is up in a winning mentality, it's hard to beat.
It is, yeah. Absolutely, yeah. Momentum is huge, especially at the business end of things as we're getting to now. This is the last round robin games of the league. Next up will be the semi-finals next week, and of course the Chicago final then next week after that. So it's really getting down to the business end of it, and it's, as you say, quite rightly so, all about momentum.
It's probably looking like the same two teams are going to be in the semi-final next week, John.
Yeah, bearing a major shock.
It could be a game of cat and mouse here as well.
Yes.
There could be weighing each other up, and
exactly.
A bit of a false hand maybe shown from both teams as well. So look, we don't know what's going on internal, but let's see how the second half pans out.
Pans out is right, yeah, absolutely. Well, hopefully it'll be entertaining affair as we face into the final 30 minutes of this final round robin game between the Parnells in red and the Pierces in green, and playing for a place in the semi-finals of the Chicago Senior Football Championship. So lots to look forward to. It's a 3-point deficit for the Parnells, and I'm sure they'll be absolutely anxious to get scores on the board early in this second half, as I look down at John Cunningham down there, Shrek, on the sideline for the Parnells. And
I was just showing a message there. Barry O'Hagan was giving me a bit of stick on the Facebook page there, John. So shout out to Barry. I was coaching with him during the week.
Good man, Barry.
And he was telling his normal old lies as usual, So
I couldn't ever imagine Barry O'Hagan able to tell lies, but maybe he changed since he left here.
Do you know how he knew he was telling lies to, John?
Who?
His mouth was moving.
Did you hear that, Barry? That's an awful thing to say. The Lord save us. Oh, Barry, another great footballer, and unfortunately plagued with injury.
Yeah.
But what a fantastic footballer from County Down, no doubt about it.
Great player for Parnells too. Was out for 3 seasons.
Absolutely.
And was an unbelievable inside man.
Yeah.
Great runner of the ball, and score taken was excellent. So
yeah, terrific footballer, no doubt about it. And hopefully we'll see him out here again soon as game gets underway once again, and the Pierces get possession from the throw-in, and it comes back as far as Eamon Wallace. Wallace now over as far as Declan Monaghan decides to switch it up and goes over as far as DJ Early with 6 on his back. Early, the man that scored that wonderful goal against the McBrides a couple of weeks ago, and put them really back into this championship. Long fisted pass in there, looking for Early once again, but he's a judge.
Lee Rice done really well actually to get his body in there. I don't know where the foul came out of, but albeit it was great to get in.
Yeah, he done really well. He got the body between Early and the ball, and as you says, I'm not sure about the foul, but anyway.
Could be a blow here for Pierce's, John. I think that's
is that Eamon Wallace?
Eamon Wallace is down, yeah. I mean, he's kicked maybe 2 points now for
two at least.
Great from wing half back. He cancels out the wing half forward basically, because you're running after and tracking him the whole time. So
that's right.
Super player.
Super players, right?
Looks low for Pierces if he had to go off, but he's up on his feet. So
yeah, thankfully he's back on his feet. Looked like maybe an ankle roll or something, but he's okay.
Seems okay. Yeah,
that's good. As Tommy Scahill now in goal for the Parnells, prepares to kick this one out. Sees Lee Rice moving for the ball. Lee takes possession of it, faced up there by Killian Falvey. Gets the ball away though, out to his number 22. And a long ball in towards Dara Heenahan. Heenahan looks for the fast offload, but the hand was round the neck, and Martin Delaney said that's a foul, boys. And it's going to be a free into the Parnells over there on the about 24 or 5 yards out, but it's over on the right hand side of the field, and Tom Flynn decides to.
Heenahan done really well, John, to come out and gather that ball and end up throwing the foul. So
yeah. Tough ball to take.
Over.
Tom Flynn now swings it in.
Yeah,
lovely
great score from Tom.
Brings it back to 2 points.
I've had the pleasure of sharing the house with Tom there at the minute. And he's a good fella.
Great fella.
And loves the football. You know,
loves it, absolutely, and very knowledgeable book as well. And I'm sure you'd have lots to talk about, no doubt about it.
Yeah, I think I was a foul. He had the foot in.
Yeah, he put the foot in there as
the Pearce's man went to gather the ball.
Yeah, Conor Dordan was about to gather it, and Tom just put the foot in, and Martin Delaney decided, no, Tom, you can't do that.
John Bridges is laughing up at us again there, John.
Yeah,
what's going on there?
I don't know. Yeah, he's practicing his golf swing with the flag on the sideline here.
I don't think that golf swing will go too far now, to be honest.
Oh yeah, big shout out to Richard, his brother, back there in Rathfarnham in Dublin, right beside the Merry Ploughboy. Had a great old night with Richard. The night of the that night of the
Armagh game,
yeah,
semi-final.
Yeah, great character.
Yeah, it was a good day's crack.
Good day's crack is right. And your lovely wife Shona Garrett, we had a great day that day. I managed, ladies and gentlemen, for one of the first times ever, I managed to convince Garrett Devlin to stay a night. He was going back to Tyrone, and I says, Jez, no way, come on, stay the night for the crack. And we ended up having a great old night.
And I was glad I done it, John. It was a great night's crack. It was good to see you, you and Mary. And
here comes the Parnells. Oh, that was attempted fish to the net.
That's another chance I'm on about, John. I mean, Parnells need to punish.
Yeah.
You know, if Pearce is going to let you in that easy, they have to punish it.
Absolutely, yeah. That was a huge chance for the Parnells there to.
I think Jack Fallon just sort of flopped at it
rather than being committed and went for
himself.
It. Yeah. As the Parnells miss a golden opportunity for goal here and to tie it up at 6 points to 9.
Super turn from Killian Heaney as well down in the that's a foul.
Yeah. Absolutely. And Killian ends up on the back of the broad of his back, but the referee isn't interested as the Parnells look to defend here, and the Pearces with Declan Monaghan over as far as Killian Falvey, and over there on the
Wallace
far side
again.
Eamon Wallace, yeah.
And he'll ghost into a bit of space here.
There he goes, he's coming again. Yeah, he loves that run from the half back line, and the Pearces now look to extend their lead. But this
wide
one
ball.
out behind and wide from Kieran O'Mahony.
Again, that was Eamon Wallace, just a give and go and stretch Parnells right back and create that opportunity for Kieran O'Mahony, but unfortunately for him and Pearce's it just drifted the far right and wide.
Yeah, it was well worked as Scahill gets it back, but unfortunately this one dropped short of his intended target, and the Pearces now coming through right through the middle now with Oisin Martin. Martin gets it in as far as O'Mahony. Oh, great bit of defending once again, and the referee is blowing his whistle, and it's going to be a free out. There's two Parnells fellas down. The goalkeeper Tommy Scahill is down after shipping a heavy challenge, and I'm not sure who the second player is, but heroic defending there.
Yeah, absolutely, John. I don't know who actually got the final block on, but we'll have to credit the both men who's lying nursing an injury at the minute. But no, Parnell's lucky to get away with it again. Again, I was critical of Parnell's not being ruthless enough, but again, Pearce's probably could be a couple of goals in front too.
Yeah.
Only for Tommy, and maybe a wee bit lacking
finishing
power and prowess from Pearce's.
Absolutely, yeah. That was fortune there now. Great defending in a lot of ways, but a bit of fortune as well about that, because certainly the Parnells could have found themselves 6 points down there very, very quickly. But it's their full back, Oisin Tunney, that's down, and it's a leg injury of some description, and physio is there attending to him, so hopefully Oisin will be back on his feet. He's sitting up, which is a good sign, and Tommy Scahill is up, thank God. So 50% of the partnership is on their feet, and Noel Talty,
Brendan Kelly has been told to warm up here, I think.
Looks like they're preparing a couple of substitutes, for sure. Noel Talty and John Cunningham in consultation there on the sideline. for the Parnells, and they look as if they're going to be prepared in a sub.
Papa.
Yeah, Aaron Papa, my man, is looks like he's going to come in, and this fella is a speedster, Garrett. He's not afraid to run at you.
Yes, John. I've been just watching from the outside in. Say he was one of the men who was talking about Parnells who had serious pace. So if he gets on the ball here, again, slippy conditions. It's not a day for throwing the ball in high or or long. So we're going to have to run it, and he could be the man to run it for them. Yeah,
for sure. He's full of pace, full of trickery, and a very, very good footballer. So we just await to see who they're going to sub out.
See, Conor Turrell's on the bench here today too. So,
Conor Turrell, yeah.
If need be, he could be called upon because he's a super footballer too.
He sure is. Yeah,
and he's been a massive impact on Parnells, gathering them a couple of points that they have. He was huge in that win last week against McBride.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Conor Turrell is a fine footballer, no doubt about it, and certainly the Parnells have assembled a great team this year, Garrett. They've some really talented footballers, but just like you said, just lack a bit of ruthlessness, or
No, all super footballers, and for by that decent lads, John. So
lovely fellas, absolutely.
So it's just a matter of getting out and performing.
Exactly, just getting it out.
Unfortunately, it works out, and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Sheen is in. Oh, he's in trouble,
Tony,
big time.
I think he has to.
I think he's got to go. As the Parnells with Conor Calvey now streak down the middle of the field, he's going to be met by Eamon Wallace. But Calvey shot.
Score from Calvey.
Great score. Beautiful score by the man.
Two really, really good scores.
Yeah, the man from Westport. That's second long range effort.
Tony's struggling here.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no way he's going to be able to continue there.
Noel Talty and Kevin Brady's out to see what the crack is. And he's coming off, so
unfortunate.
Craig Lennon has come on for Oisin Tunney.
Craig Lennon, he's gone into the fray. So
just over 10 minutes gone here in the second half.
In the second half, and it's back to a 2-point game as the Parnells trail the Pierces by 2, 9 points to 7.
Goal chances missed at either side as well, John.
Yes,
in them 10 minutes. So I think a goal here for either team will be vital. Same as our man goal today could swing it.
Yeah, goals are huge in these games, and certainly a goal for either side at this point would be a massive score as Pierces go for the short kick out, and DJ Early takes possession of it, gives it up as far as Declan Monaghan with the beard on him, followed by Tom Flynn from Athenry, gets it away to Eamon Wallace with number 5 on his back from Artoth in County Meath, settles it all down, goes back to Monaghan once again. He's got Johnny McCarthy on the far side, decides to come back this way with it and gives it to Oisin Martin now gives that a long probing ball in towards the full forward line, and it's caught there by Savage, the man from Killarney, gives it to Early, the flying full back. Early now taking on this Parnell's defence, stood up though and has to be forced out right, and comes back as far as Eamon Wallace, a lovely ball in as far as Falvey now gives it back as far as the man from Leitrim. In she goes, and in and over the bar there. Beautiful score from Colm O'Reilly. Yeah,
really well worked. Parnell's had a bit of pressure on, done well, and unfortunately for Parnell's, Colm O'Reilly just ghosted in the edge of the day and popped one over.
Yeah.
So 3-point game, John.
3-point game once again is right, Garrett, and you feel as if the Parnells need a purple patch now for about 5 minutes and get a couple of scores back on the board as this ball breaks. I was going to say kindly for Tom Flynn, but no, ran away from him. Conor Dordan gets the ball away over this side of the field to Dennis O'Callaghan. O'Callaghan now faced the wrong way, decides to go back as far as DJ Early. Over it goes to Monaghan once again involved in the play, gives it long over as far as to his midfield partner Oisin Martin. Martin now looks up, sees nobody, has to go short with it once again, and it's over there on that far side of the field, and the Pierces try and work it, but that's well anticipated and a great stop there really by Garrett Murphy.
Papa.
Here comes Papa now taking on the Pierces defence. with a bit of pace. Gives it off to Heenan. Heenan back to Papa. Papa now turns and twists. He's on an advantage here, and the referee decides there is no advantage, and there's going to be a free in there for the Parnells.
I don't think there was any call for Papa to give the ball till Dara Heenan, but he done it anyway, and Dara Heenan was standing still, and then he got it back, and fortunately for Parnells, it got away with.
Yeah.
Again,
sort of
they
a
went
soft
on the
free.
breakdown, soft free.
Yeah.
But they'll take it. Again, they need to be ruthless in attack. You know, every time they go forward, they need to be creating chances
and taking them. Absolutely, for sure. Ironel Papa makes no mistake with that free, dead straight in front of the goals, 26 yards out, puts it straight over the bar, and on we go as Jack McCallan gets the game back underway over as far as DJ Early.
DJ Early's getting a grip in the game here now.
Yeah.
Between him and Eamon Wallace driving down two sides, they're causing Parnells all sorts of problems.
All sorts of problems is right. As
soft free.
Again, free is given to the Pierces, and Monaghan gives it in. Oh, lovely ball, and here comes the man from Method going for goal. Oh, what a goal! What a goal from Eamon Wallace. Fantastic finish there, Garrett.
Yeah, just the man I was talking about, John. Super footballer. I mean, he gets into them positions so many times. He's a wing half back, and Parnells aren't tagging him as soon as he comes across the halfway line.
Yeah,
and they've just been punished by him. So super finish. Super
finish is right. Yeah, just that long raking ball that goes out there on the far side of the field, and it's picked up by Craig Linnan. Now, the Parnells need to respond quickly. Lee Rice gets it into Papa. Papa doesn't take it at the first attempt, tries to get it back at the second attempt, but is judged to have picked it off the ground, and it's going to be a free down to the Pierces. Not exactly what the Parnells need at this stage. Here comes the danger man, Eamon Wallace, once again over there on that far side of the field. Gives the ball back as far as Monaghan. Monaghan now decides to go back once again, and the Pierces showing a lot of patience here as Dara McElhaney crosses the 45 into Parnell's territory, gets the ball back, decides maybe he'll have a pop, decides against it, and gives it away to Sean Hannafin. Hannafin the substitute, and Hannafin is the judge to have overcarried, and that's going to be a free out. Once again, you don't have to take too many steps here, Garrett, to be a judge.
Delaney's clamped down on it. See, Conor Tyrrell has been sprung off the bench here, John. Mana was mentioned 5 minutes ago, so Parnell's obviously feeling that bit of pressure, and he's needed here now, so maybe for them, hopefully for them, he can turn the game around for them.
Yeah,
but 5 point lead from to claw back from the Pierces is a big ask.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, but here comes Killian Heaney. Heaney, a real speedster, taking on the whole lot of the Pierce's defence, gives it outside to Papa. Papa tries to get it onto his left foot, miscontrols it but gets it back, gives it over this side of the field, over to Conor Tyrrell. Tyrrell, lovely dummy. Oh, beautiful dummy there by Tyrrell, but unfortunately he got a bit of the Shane Walsh syndrome and dropped it into the goalkeeper's hands.
I think the crowd had done all their oohs and ahs in the dummy, and I think they were the ones that dropped it short, and it wasn't Tyrrell at all. So,
unfortunately.
it was a super dummy.
He's a lovely dummy, done everything right up until the shot.
It shows the quality that he has, though, John, getting into that position,
Absolutely. As tackles fly in there, and there's a bit of argy-bargy on the sideline here as DJ Early didn't like the challenge, and neither did Johnny McCarthy, and Conor Calvey gets involved, but it'll end up anyway with a bit of a talk and tell with
nothing that doesn't happen in a normal match, John. So
absolutely.
Delaney will deal with it, and we'll get on with the game.
Yeah, yellow card for Ernell Papa, and John Cunningham shouting in instructions.
Yeah, Shark's getting very animated here, so I think he's maybe feeling a bit of the pressure himself.
Yeah, Martin Delaney just having a quick word with John Bridges here on this sideline, wondering if there was anything else untoward. And
17 minutes gone in the second half, John.
Yeah, so about 13 minutes left, and plus injury time as the Pierces once again come on the attack with Declan Monaghan using his midfielder over there, Oisin Martin. Martin back as far as Monaghan as they look to build again from deep. And Colm O'Reilly over there, back to Martin. Martin to Monaghan. And Pearse is showing a lot of patience here as Eamon Wallace, who's been, for me, player of this second half, if not player of the game so far. He's been excellent. Ball comes all the way across here as far as DJ Early. Early now. Solos, looks up, surveys the situation, gives it to Kieran O'Mahony. Sean Hannafin. And the ball eventually will go all the way back as far as Jack McCallan, the goalkeeper. McCallan now looks up and sees a completely unmarked Colm O'Reilly over there on that far side. Oh, and here comes Hannafin all the way through the middle. This is danger here. Brilliant save again from Scahill. Oh, jeez, he saved them today.
Super,
I'll tell you that.
John. I mean, Tommy Scahill on top of his game, and that's a foul.
Yeah.
Scahill's on top of his game today. Only for him, Pearsons will be out of sight by now.
Absolutely. As a foul committed there on Jack Savage, the number 10 for the Pearses, and
Delaney's going to warrant a yellow card again. So.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be a card here for the Parnell's man. Who's 22? So yellow card brandished there by Martin Delaney. So second yellow for the Parnell's lads, as Jack Savage, the man from Killarney, is told to go further out, and he's going to attempt this one off his left. Big kick here, 113 to 8 points, 5 points the difference. This will put it out to 6 if he's successful. Here comes Savage, left footed.
Poor miss, John.
Yeah.
Very, very poor.
Yeah, poor kick really.
That could have put Pearse's 6 points in front and
Yeah.
probably
out of sight, maybe.
Game put to bed. So no, Parnell's got off one again. So
yeah, for sure. As
here's Terrell.
Terrell gets the ball on that far side, gets it back inside. I'm going to say Colin Crean. 22 was scratched off our team sheet, so back as far as Terrell once again. They'll look for a bit of inspiration now from their big substitutes, as Craig Lennon gets the ball over this side of the field to Rory Gallagher. Gallagher tries to turn inside onto that right foot, decides to go back as far as Lee Rice. Lee sees the runners going
And
from deep inside.
Tommy Conlon coming in.
Tommy Conlon. And the Parnells though are pushed out closer and closer to this sideline as Dara Heenan gets the ball into Papa. Papa gets the ball back once again to Tommy Conlon. Conlon back as far as Papa, trying to work himself into a scoring position. He has a great chance here, but once again, Garrett, just that, as you said, ruthlessness. But like, they're just not taking their chances.
Yeah, no, John. The promising thing is they're creating chances. It's just they're not finishing them off. I mean, for Parnell's sake, I'm hoping they can just turn that on overnight, because if not, it's going to come back to bite them.
Absolutely, long ball play down. Colm O'Reilly, the Leitrim man, looks up, doesn't see a whole pile in front of him, decides to go all the way back to his number 10, Jack Savage. Savage back in his own half back line now, tries to get something moving, gets Early involved. Early now crosses the halfway line, looks up once again, only sees one man beside him there, Declan Monaghan. Monaghan gives that little pop pass in towards the forwards there. Colm O'Reilly gets it. O'Reilly back as far as Early. It's a sort of a half hospital pass, but Declan Monaghan gets there in front of Rory Gallagher, and the Pearses can build once again.
Parnell's look very static here, John. They're sort of sitting in and they're not putting no pressure on at all.
No, they're not coming out to meet their players.
The
but
first bit of pressure was put on there, and they've turned over the ball. So it's maybe a thing, as Shrek and the boys should maybe try and get the message out that just get a bit of pressure on and force a mistake.
Beautiful pick up there by Ronel Papa. Beautiful little tap up when there was two Pearses men around him, and got the possession of the ball. And here comes the Pearses now with runners coming from deep. There's Lennon into Heenan back to Lennon, first through, and that's going to be a free and a penalty. It's going to be a penalty to the Parnells.
Tell you what, John, that was a super move.
Oh, great move.
Pass and go. 1-2, and
absolutely.
Lennon got the penalty. So It's just a matter of tucking it away. It's probably right for me to mention Jack McCallum and that, who's a Tyrone man, Carrickmore man. So actually haven't got chatting to him yet, but
there you go.
I'll see him after the game.
Absolutely, yeah.
So a super goalkeeper for Carrickmore.
And his kickouts actually have been a feature of the Pierce's play so far in this summer's championship here. He's been great.
No, he's a good goalkeeper. He's a goalkeeper at a high-end club in Tyrone with Carrickmore, who have ultimate, they have a lot of titles, O'Neill Cup medals. So
so you've got to be something if you're playing football for Carrickmore.
You're going to have to tuck this away, because he will. If you give him a chance, he'll save it. There's just over 6.5 minutes left, so
it's a huge kick for the Parnells.
It's vital to leave 2 points in it.
2 points in it, 5 at the moment. So Killian Heaney, the man with the responsibility. A soccer man, I would put the house on it. Whatever bit of a house I have, I'd be inclined to.
The commentator's curse here.
Put at least the roof on it anyway.
Could be in trouble.
As Killian standing over the ball, as Martin Breheny tries to organise the troops outside the
Delaney.
Delaney, I should say.
This Martin Breheny gets
Jesus Breheny, I don't know. Jesus. Another live. Here comes Killian Heaney. Oh, it's a great save. And you called it. If it wasn't a good penalty, McCallan was the man.
It was straight down the middle.
Down the middle, right down his throat.
Left it very, very easy for him.
Yeah, as Dara Heenan now from Roscommon gets in. And
that's a consolation score.
But golden opportunity there for the Parnells.
A poorly hit penalty from Killian. He'll know that himself.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that needed to go into one of the corners for sure to beat a goalkeeper of McCallan's ability, no doubt about it. But fair play to Jack. He got down quick and made the save and got the ball away as well, as he prepares to kick this ball out long, and it's going right down the middle of the field once again. Oh well, in fairness, that was a great Petey McDade that got the fish to it, because it looked as if it was the Parnells that was going to get possession of the ball, and instead the Pierces managed to retain it, as Jack Savage now with 10 on his back goes across the field, turns back, no one in support there except Declan Monaghan now quite happy to slow the pace of the game down, and the Pierces know that there's a 4-point differential, and quite happy to just hold on to the ball and let the Parnells push up and try and overturn them if they can.
Parnell's going to have to try and get a bit of high pressure on John. There's Aaron. There's 5 minutes, just under 5 minutes left, so of normal time. So Parnell's going to have to try and really go for us now.
For sure. They've turned it over there as that ball went in and went straight over the head of Colm O'Reilly, and the Parnells now from their own full back line, although they're under pressure here, but Craig Lennon does well, turns away out of the challenge.
Lennon's been very good since he came on.
He's done very well since he came on. He's been involved in an awful lot of the play.
Here he is involved again.
Here he goes though, but does well to retain it. But then just the commentator's curse once again. DJ Early, the man in the right place at the right time, steals possession for the Pierces, and the Pierces now build once again from the back, as Jack Savage takes that ball on. Conor Dorn has gone off in front of him, but so too is McEnany, and the Pierces now look for what could be an insurance score here. And that one is kicked in. And Colm O'Reilly makes absolutely no mistake. The man from Leitrim, straight over the bar, and now it's 1-11 to 9 points. It's back out to a 5-point game, Garrett.
I think it's a big ask now. There's 3 minutes left here now. Normal time. Super ball in.
Lovely ball in as far as Dara Heenan. Heenan faced up by DJ Early. Heenan uses his pace, gets it to Heaney. Heaney pulled and dragged, and once again the referee has the hand up.
Other penalty, or
well, it looks like he's signalling a free. Yeah, he was close to the parallelogram, but Martin.
It's another soft one.
Yeah, decides a free is the order of the day, and Erinel Papa
4-point game. Parnell's need to squeeze really high here.
They
Try and
do.
get this kick out,
They have
John,
to
or
press this. Yeah.
I think it's an uphill battle from there.
Yeah. About
Kevin Brady trying to rally the troops here, so
Yeah, Brady with the green sunglasses on him. I don't know where he got them out of. He should bring them back straight away. But anyway, here comes the Pierces.
it's a lucky bag job.
Yeah, lucky bag is right. Jack Savage. And we have a runner here. Hannafin gets on his bike, but that ball just
the time he has on it.
skids on the a huge
No.
amount of time. No pressure on him as Craig Lennon tries to close him down. But the ball comes back as far as Oran Toll. Toll now taking time off the clock as Savage gets a lovely pass to Eamon Wallace. Wallace now with the outside of the right, but I think that one's going to drift out to the right and wide. But once again, Garrett, Eamon Wallace coming at pace.
Yeah, John, he's created problems from the start to finish here for Parnell. So there's a few subs coming on there for Cahill Donaghy.
Cahill Donaghy, yeah.
It's on for Declan Monaghan.
Declan Monaghan is the man that's making way for the Pierces. A game that the Pierces really had to win. So they're in the driving seat as we approach the final 5 minutes or so of this game, as the Parnells try and push once again from deep and
in
try
the
and make
final
something
minute of
happen.
normal time, John.
Whatever Martin Delaney decides to add on, as Erinel Papa tries to cut inside.
Let it go.
That ball has gone in and gone over the bar, and he might decide to give the point. I think he probably does.
He's allowed the point. Parnells have a man down to our right here, John. I think it's looking like a substitution.
Yeah. Is it the number 2?
No, it's Lennon.
Oh, it's Lennon.
So it is,
Craig
yeah.
Lennon.
Yeah. Playing really well when he came on.
Very well.
Got the penalty, won the penalty actually.
That's right, yeah. After a great burst of pace out of...
So 3-point game now, John. It's one ball into the mixer and
it could
change the whole aspect of
the
this.
whole lot of it is right, yeah. As the Pierce is now playing ball back in their own full back. Oh, that's a dodgy
It's an own
pass!
goal.
Oh my God!
Oh my goodness!
Oh Jesus, an own goal! Oh Lord, save us and bless us. Conor Dordan looks at the referee and says, surely you can't allow that, but it was a back pass, a fisted pass to win the stray, so yeah, it's allowed. And massive mistake by the Pierce's defence. I was just saying to you, Garrett, that they were playing ball around in their own full back line. Dodgy.
John, I think they nearly tried to be too safe and be too take care of it too much, and Parnells are...
Absolutely. And all of a sudden,
Martin Delaney isn't going to move from that one spot in the middle, I don't think.
he doesn't. He's not fond of moving between the
There's
two 45s. As the Pierces now get a wiggle on, as they say, and try and get back into attack, but that free has gone against them, and Tom Flynn, the man from Athenry. Now the Pierces are rattled and the Parnells are inspired as they look for a winning score possibly here, which would be a huge turnaround in fortunes, as that long ball is sent in towards Papa. Papa goes up and he's fouled. Another huge goal, and he's hauled to the ground after the play was finished. And that's another big call, Garrett, there. This is a great opportunity for the Parnells.
Yeah, huge opportunity. It's just who's going to be the man to step up and be confident enough to try and stroke one over, John.
Yeah, it's the man from Dublin, Erinel Papa, the man that was fouled.
We've over 31.5 minutes played. It's just up to Martin Delaney now to see
how much injury time he's going to play. But this is a massive kick from the man from Dublin. About 37 or 8 yards out, just to the left of the post. Here it goes. Oh my God. Oh Lord save us. That was not good.
No. I think he got a bit of an adrenaline rush there.
I think so.
Try to bust it over instead of just caressing it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he should have just stroked it. But the Pierces
pass it over the bar and
coming once again with Cahill Donaghy. Donaghy over that far side of the field, but gives the ball away, and the Parnells have it back. And that's a rugby tackle, and it's a foul.
mention, John, Parnell's finishing really, really strong.
Really
Pearson seem
well.
to have died a bit.
Yeah.
It's just, in hindsight, you could be saying, why did they not push on at the start of
in
the second
normal
half,
time, absolutely, for sure and certain. As Conor Tyrrell now tries to inspire the Parnells, gives a lovely pass, and it comes across. Is this the winning score? Possibly. No, it's not. Oh, that's a poor effort from Kieran Gavin, and a great chance there, Gavin.
Yeah, super opportunity. He screwed off the left foot again, and I think Conor Tyrrell wasn't happy there. He had made a run, he had passed the ball, and he made a run inside.
Yeah, much easier opportunity, absolutely.
Definitely, Tyrrell would have been coming on to the right, and here's Tom Flynn in the middle.
Tom Flynn goes up, and it's down it comes, and the Pearses lads
over
get
33 minutes gone. Here's Wallace.
And here comes Wallace once again. Great opportunity here for the Pearses, maybe at the death. Jack Savage holding on out there, and it goes in and high and out behind to the left and wide from Oran Toll. That was a great chance, Garrett.
Yeah, serious chance.
The referee, though,
What's going on?
is going in to have a word with his umpire, maybe.
Wide.
And wide ball, just
Did
confirming
he
with
look
the
like
umpire.
he put his hand up there?
Yeah, it looked as if he was putting his hand up there, and he decides that that's it, and a draw game, Garrett.
Draw game, John. I think Parnells have definitely got away with one there. Also, Pearce has probably got away as well, as Parnells had a lot of chances there, so I actually don't know what way that works for the fixtures. If McBride's win, if McBride's beat Tones next game now, it could be in the melting pot between them and Pearces for the semi-final spot.
Yeah, it certainly adds a bit of spice to it, there's no doubt about it. So it's a draw game, 111 to 111, as the Pearces leave the field, a bit disconsolate looking, and very disappointed because they really had that game in the back pocket.
By the looks of it, John, McBride's are on 3 points with minus 12 of goal difference. Pearces are now up to 5 points. Parnells are on 6 points. So Parnells are into the semi-final, and they will either play McBride's or Pearces. If McBride's beat Tones by 4 points, McBride's will be a head-to-head first. Ahead the first.
Parnell's beat McBride's and head-to-head. That doesn't matter.
It'll be Pearces and McBride's head-to-head. So it's up for grabs anyway.
It's up
John.
for grabs, yeah. But the long and the short of it, the McBrides need to beat the Pearces by at least 4 points to have any chance.
Yes, I think so. Yeah. McBride's need to win here, regardless.
Yeah, regardless.
To give themselves.
Yeah, but very exciting conclusion though to the finish of this game, and really and truly, the Parnells, they looked as if they were out of it completely, and I think, came back and stole a point at the end.
I think we've just sorted out. I think if McBride's beat Tones here by more than 4 points, it's McBride's will go through the semi-final to play Parnells.
Okay. So that's
it's
simple,
very interesting.
Simple permutations. That's what it is. Yeah. So actually, that last that draw means that rather than the Pearces could have just gone straight through to a semi-final. Really, if they'd got that extra point.
Got the win, they were straight through, and it would have been the same fixture for next week's semi-final.
Right.
So.
Yeah. So it's a big opportunity now for the McBrides. There's no doubt about it. It'll be interesting to see they're playing the Tones, who have been the form team probably of the campaign so far, and they're the top-ranked team, and they played some really good football. I think you were probably watching again.
Yeah, I was
at
watching
home.
from home, John. McBride's have a really good team there. They fell short a few times. Just they beat last kick of the game against Pearces, last kick of the game against Parnells, and they salvaged a draw out of the Parnells game, the first fixture. So I think Tones are probably strong from right through, and they've a good bench. So I would say favourite would be going into this game would be Tones, slight favourites.
Yeah, I would agree with you, yeah. I mean, the McBrides, when they lost that, I think they were up by 8 points at one stage against the Pierces, and that was a gut-wrenching loss for them, conceding a goal in the last kick of the game. But it's going to be an interesting fixture. I know we have to sign off for a couple of minutes, so myself and Gareth will be back in just a couple of moments, folks, so we'll see you soon.
Yeah.